funny bone too, because you might have to laugh a little bit with a little bit of this dump and this volatility in the markets. So guys, bear with me here, and we're just going to let's turn the music down a little bit. Let's get going. Let's get this party started. If you haven't hit the like button so far, we're trying to get the likes up to 20 likes before we even get about 5 minutes into this live stream. So without further ado, let's get the show started. We're gonna get into like the Russia war. Nuclear ships are outside of Cuba docked. What the heck is going on, guys? We got some crazy things happening right now. So, I mean, and then we got Joe Biden wanting to accept crypto donations now that he's realized that Trump has raised over $100 million in donations and just crypto donations alone. So I think everyone is starting to realize that they're wanting a little bit of that crypto pie, and so there's a lot of pivots happening, but we do have some bearish things happening. We have some bullish things happening, and I ultimately think that we should just be bullish in the long term, in the long run, and short term bearish. And I think that's how you can succeed in this run. And guys, I hope you're just doing well. Your trades are protected. You've taken some profits. You've practiced risk management, and we're going to get into that. Dead trades. Nice name. Shout out to Retar. We're just going to call you Retar. We're going to go into GME. We're going to go into that. We're going to go into some of the meme coins. We're going to go into a lot of the narratives that are happening right now, specifically the Chinese meta narrative that is happening, and we're seeing a surge of this brand new play, this brand new narrative, which is the derivatives of the successful meme coins like Brett, Pepe, and Landwolf. And now we're seeing the Chinese versions of these tokens coming out. So it's really interesting what is happening in the markets now. So we're going to get through that. But first, we want to get all of the housekeeping out of the way. We want to make sure you guys let's turn this, I want to make sure we got everything all squared away here. Boop, boop, do that. Okay, so you can see here we have a Discord, and we have over 100 members, and I would love for you guys to get a little bit more active in this Discord, because this is where you're going to get the first announcements of any giveaways that I'm doing, or any just quick news in the Dano Crypto Dojo community, or any coins, Shill Zone, news articles and stuff like that. We're going to update that more. We got people posting their trade setups in here. MFRX9 has been doing an amazing job at giving his technical analysis in the trade setups. And we also have, if you'd like to see the updated gas prices, gas fees for Ethereum, this is the Ethereum gas fee right here. Just if you guys didn't know this updates very accurately. So once you see this thing going below 6 Gwei or even 10 Gwei, that's the prime time to be doing any types of swaps, transactions on the Ethereum blockchain, so you cannot get eaten up by the gas fees, because right now it's at 20 Gwei, which means you're going to be paying about an average of $25 to $30 per Ethereum transaction. All right, guys, so make sure you get in here. Make sure you post your best trade screenshots. And look, MFRX9 finally did it. He was brave enough to show that, hey, you don't win them all. Sometimes you win some, you lose some, but you live to trade another day, guys. So hit the like button if you feel that. Put a 1 in the chat. Put some emojis in the chat. If you are a Dano Dojo member of the channel and you are a actual member, you can post up your pepes. It's the only place on crypto YouTube where you can say, put your pepes in the chat, and you won't get offended and you'll know what we're talking about. All right, so let's go down and let's see Russian nuclear subdocks in Cuba amid tensions. So this is all so interesting as we are having the petrodollar, according to the Saudis and with this current administration, has been kaput. They're not redoing the contract unless something drastically changes. So the contract not being renewed, they don't want a USDT for oil trade. So now we have the Moscow Stock Exchange signaling that they're not using suspended trading in euro and USD pairs on that stock market. So this is and we have BRICS making their own currency backed by gold. almost like a gold reserve standard, and probably purchasing Bitcoin as well. Imagine this scenario, guys. And you might think it couldn't happen, but look, check this out. We got Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa all have allied together to create a currency that would eventually be called BRICS or whatever it's going to be called. And then all these countries have been acquiring gold over the past couple years, maybe even longer. Not just a couple of years, but I mean like starting to really massive accumulate. And why do you think gold per ounce has been breaking all-time highs? Now, this is my thesis, is I think that what's happening here is that we're having gold all-time highs. We have all of this stuff of people basically opting out of using the U.S. dollar for trade. And then we have just a massive debt crisis in the United States that we have $34 trillion in debt per citizen on average. The debt per citizen is $103,000 because a lot of people that, they want to have the opportunity to go to college, but maybe their credit score, or not their credit score, but their GPA, their GPA and their credit score, whatever it may be, wasn't on par to be able to get maybe a scholarship or whatever it may be in your area. And then you are forced to go into debt to then get a college degree, whatever it may be in, and then in the hopes that you would make enough and get a job to be able to pay that back. And now we see that that's not the case. Like, most people are still paying on their college debt, even though they might have a good job in that field. Or a lot of the times, if you probably look at the statistics, most of the people that graduate from the degrees that they end up getting don't even get a job in the field that they end up graduating in. And isn't that wild? So then it's almost like it's all it's a freaking scam, guys. So it's just like, I feel like, how much of a scam can this be that they'll let an 18-year-old get $64,000 in debt at a ridiculous interest rate that you end up having to pay so much of almost until you're probably like 60 years old or longer. They want to trap you. They want to trap yo ass. They want to trap you. So it's just crazy, guys. It's insane. But as we're speaking right now, guys, we are getting a dump. We're getting a dump. I mean, it's possible that we go to 66,000. I mean, we basically broke through the 67.2 that we had marked. We said, look, if we're going to break through and break down off of 67.2, then we might actually be in the cards to be going to 65,000, and we're gonna be in some nasty territory here for altcoins. But at the same time, you have to think about it on the upside. Now, this gives us another opportunity to buy up things on the dip. And if you can really try your best to look at these support levels that happened when we've hit these levels, then you can probably speculate that you could set some limit orders, and you could set some limit buy orders at some low liquidity levels also, not just in Bitcoin, but maybe in Ethereum. You can say, look, I'm going to set a limit order right here, 3,450. FTM, you can say, okay, look, we got liquidity low here. It looks like it could be a nice pickup right here. And you can do this for, any coin that you're looking at that might be on your list. And you got SHIB here. SHIB is hitting a really nice bottom under the accumulation range here. You got right here. This could be a established resistance or support here at these 4 zeros, 2063. So this could be a great opportunity for re-entering back into the market if you were able to come out alive off of the bearishness that is in the short term here. Now, what we can do is look at Bitcoin on the daily. And I don't know what happened to all our indicators. We had all of our indicators on. So we're going to use a combination of three indicators here. We're going to use a stochastic RSI. We're going to use the MACD. And we're going to use the volume visible range. And now we're going to full screen this on the 4-hour. And we're going to look and see where we had this bearish divergence in the charts. Right here. And this is on the daily, so let's go to the 4-hour because this is where we were really seeing some nice tight data on the 4-hour. Okay. All right. So you can see here, it's where we had initial resistance here at 71, and then again right here at 69,000. Again, right above 69,000. 69 tried so hard to push over that 69, but then it got rejected again. So you can see here that the RSI, the stochastic RSI, we had a cross on the orange, which pushes us, I think, to the downside here at the low liquidity levels of 65,000. Okay, so 65,000. We need to be watching for these levels. We need to be watching for this low wick, 66,000. And then this could play out to be an inverse head and shoulders pattern that breaks here, starts to trade sideways, and then gets us back up to 72,000. Now you can say that yes, you go up here, start trading sideways, and then goes and tests, and that would clear this pattern. But let's see where in the charts we had this exact same similar pattern. Was right here. Okay. Here's one. Inverse head and shoulders. Break to the upside. And then you can see there is, let's see if we can find another one. This one right here looks a little pretty close. All right. W Spot 87 is saying market is down. Any advice what to buy? I'm new in crypto. Okay, so I can't tell you what to buy. But what I can show you is what coins have good strength right now, and then you can take that and run with it. So easiest way to look at coins with strength is that you can either go to danielcurtishughes.com, get the crypto bubbles, or you can go to CoinMarketCap. You can go to all this stuff, and you can kind of see what's trending. You can see what is up on the hourly, what hadn't had a major dump and had the quickest recovery. And you can see this on the 5-minute. You can say, okay, what's down the most? What's up the most? You can see some strong projects already right here in this little middle section. You know, you got Ordi, which is the, Bitcoin narrative of all the inscriptions and all the things that have to do with the Bitcoin layer 2 stuff and Bitcoin memes and NFTs. And then you have Render. You have Render, GPU, shared GPU, blockchain. You got Caspa, layer 1. You got ICP, its own type of thing. Arweave, IMX, Immutable, which is involved with gaming. So take those and just kind of do your research on those, and then you have to make your educated choice and decision on what you think would be something that is strong. Because really, when you're holding for long term, just think of the strong projects that have good trading volume and that are listed on great exchanges, and then just like maybe caveated with a good community. You have your own checklist of what would vet your decision and what you would want to buy. But I would say it's like, look, if you already have had stuff that you like and the market is down, then this is the opportunity to DCA and buy in because everything is down on the daily. Like if you like Brett, it's down 19%. This would be a great opportunity to accumulate some more Brett. Same with Floki. Floki's down 14%. Bonk is down 16%. Render's down 10%. This doesn't mean these projects are going to zero. Pepe's down 13%. This doesn't mean that crypto's over. Even on the weekly, these things have been down 22%, 20%. Then if you go to the monthly, it's a different story. Now you can see where you can learn a lot from these market movements, because look at how the difference is when you click on the monthly and you see the strong projects reveal themselves. Rose, Ethereum, Ordi, Jasmy, Ondo, Pepe, Injective, Uniswap. What was this again? Live Peer. This did great on the month, 32%. Caspa, 38%. Lido DAO, 14%. Link, 13%. Ronin in the past year, I think probably would be 247%. Then you kind of go up, and then you kind of start to say, okay. Then you can narrow down your list and say, dang, a lot of people have been really interested in Brett. Maybe that might be a strong project going into the true bull market when we see all-time highs for Bitcoin and Ethereum. This might be the one that gets a lot of attention. Then you go to the yearly, and it reveals a tighter scenario of what has been just outperforming Bitcoin in terms of percentage movements on the yearly, and that's Pepe is the BANK here from its lows, just destroyed everyone. I mean, 8,800%, absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Fetch AI, which is doing a 3-coin merger going into this ASI company and token, along with Singularity and can't remember the other one, Ocean Protocol, I think, or something like that. So that's going to be kind of a big narrative happening here soon. Got Solana from its lows of $20-$30, went as high as going up almost 1,000% from its recent lows here. And you got Floki doing the same thing. Jasmy up almost 1,000%. So this is how you can kind of see these strong projects really easily by just going into some metrics like this. And yeah, so I hope that helps. But yeah, I can't tell you what to buy, but what I can do is reveal to you the strong narratives and what people are buying. I can tell you what I've been kind of DCAing into and thinking that what is going to be good plays for the bull run. Like I'll go into some of these. Let me just pull it up real quick. I think it was in the mixed bag here. So, I mean, if you're going down the list, I think Pepe still, even though it's such a high market cap, I think that when the Chinese narrative of the Chinese Pepe and the Solana Pepe, if these do really well and they pump and people take profits, guess where they're probably going to take profits in and probably go buy the actual Pepe? Or they're going to... I don't know. I just feel like when you're in these Pepe derivatives, it ends up going and making Pepe stronger, and then people end up just wanting to buy the Pepe. And you could say, yep, they'll do the same thing with Pepe Coin. Pepe Coin, in terms of market cap, does have more higher percentage value potential for an investment on a Pepe, quote, derivative, but people would say, look, Pepe Coin was the first Pepe, and so... But I don't care what was the first. I want to know what has the best trading volume, but also best, highest return on investment. And that's what you guys are here for too. So, all right. So yeah, going down the list, you got Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin should be not financial advice, but it should be a majority of your holdings in crypto. Like you should have more Bitcoin than you have everything else. But that's just me. I feel like it helps the overall market and sentiment for crypto that you hold Bitcoin. I mean, it's like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, you got to have some Bitcoin, you got to have some Ethereum. It helps the entire market by doing so. Okay, so then Brett is my choice of the top base meme. I think Crypto.com is a great company of competition with Kraken and Coinbase and all the companies that KuCoin. I think Crypto.com, the fact that in the United States we have a lot of different options that we can use for Crypto.com, and the Crow token, by staking it, you get a lot of different rewards. The customer service is great. I've actually called the customer service number before. I've chatted with live people. They're very quick to fix something if something's weird or something's weird with your card. Like, it actually, they're very helpful. So that's why I like Crow. I'll invest in Crow just for the fact that, like, man, the exchanges never went down. Do you guys understand this? Like, while Coinbase and all these freaking exchanges that claim we're the best exchange, crypto.com had not gone down not a single time. The only thing they've been guilty of is delisting tokens without warning people ahead of time. That is the only thing that I feel like they have had a bad rap on, is that, look, all of a sudden, like, a token will disappear and you'll be like, why'd they just take it off? But I'm telling you guys, you keep crypto.com on your radar, because all of a sudden, you never know. Ethereum breaks all-time highs, and all of a sudden Crow is up like massively over its all-time high, which was close to $1, and it's sitting at 9 cents right now. That's a massive move on Crow. So just so you know, guys. Let's see what else. XYO, we've talked about XYO. There's also Phantom. From XYO, from its all-time highs right now, is 1,000% move to the upside. I mean, even you go halfway, that's 500%. You got. We were talking about it on the stream. Someone said, look, if you got $7,000 into XYO and it goes to all-time highs, that's $1 million. So, and all it takes is time in the market and knowing where those resistance points are to be able to know where to take profits. And it could be as easy as setting a limit order for if we had massive market moves and we had wicks going to the upside and coins to start pumping. You can make $500,000 in a bull market move by just having a limit order set. Just like, it could be that easy. Like, you just have a couple K and your favorite altcoin, and you set the limit order sell at resistance. Bada bing, bada freaking boom. And then you call it a day, guys. You don't have to be like, oh my God. You just set the damn order, and it's the same with trading. I mean, you guys saw it happen live, where we saw support being hit exactly where a wick was going to go. We're like, look, it's going to hit it. It's going to hit it right here. And we trusted our instincts, and we actually went into the trade, and you guys saw it live. It was like, boom, it hit right on the wick. So sometimes the markets just, they don't lie, especially with those wicks. It's pretty substantial. Go down the list. You got Nakamoto Games. I mean, this thing, everything has been pushed down. You got Me Token, Phantom, Alt Thorchain. Look at these. These things are down on the weekly 22%. 22% on the weekly. And you would think, oh, if that was the stock market, it'd be like, oh my God, everything's crashing down. But if you're new to crypto, you have to understand that this is totally normal. Completely normal for these things to be down 20%, 21%. Look, optimism is awesome. It's down 20%. Arbitrum, awesome. Guess what? I use Arbitrum as my off and on ramp for USDT because it is so fast and I can get it in my account in less than a minute or two. So it all depends on, sometimes might there be a little traffic congestion, but I've been testing it out, and that is the easiest way that you can off and on ramp with using USDT with Arbitrum One. And that's the same with USDC, using Arbitrum One as an off and on ramp from your exchanges to your other exchanges or wallets or whatever it may be. Okay. And look, I mean, you got Metis. Metis is great layer 2, scaled layer 2. All-time high recently was just $150. This thing was at $300 whenever it was trying to push in the bear market. And got STG recently had a massive pump, just showing you that this is what can happen on a weekly basis. 50% moves to the upside on a weekly basis. Like every week, things going up 50%, 60%. And people are like, well, that's what happened last time. It was a steady move of 50 to 60% moves to the upside every single week up until we hit capitulation and sold off, and we had the massive dump into the bear market. So we have to be ready to not round trip these bags, guys, because it is so easy to do it because you think you know where the top is going to be, or you think you know blah blah blah. But here you go. What you're going to do is you're just going to look at these charts. You're going to look at Bitcoin, okay? You're going to look at Ethereum. You're going to say, okay, let's establish some new all-time highs here, and let's see what the potential is, okay? And then you go into something like Matic, okay? You go into something like Matic. We're sitting at 61 cents on Matic. Go to the weekly. And you start looking at altcoins like this, that in the previous run, in in January, February, March, look at this. 3,000% move to the upside because of just insanity. And then it cooled off a little bit and sold back down to a support. And then it ran up another 353% in a matter of 140 days. So that is in 4 months. 4 months. I'm like counting on my fingers. I'm like, how many? I'm like, on the 1, 2, 3, on the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 3 to 4 months ends up clearing back up to testing those all-time highs. I mean, so you got to think like that. That's basically like every single month you're going up 100%, 100%, 100%, and it's just like, and look at this, and it'll fake you out too, because you're like, oh, if you got in here, and then you're right here, goes all the way halfway down, you get scared. You're like, oh my god, I'm getting scared, and then look what happens. So we are ready for those wild times again, guys. We're ready. Because look, it's already a 90% move to the upside from where we're sitting at right now. If we just clear out of that accumulation range that we're back in because of the BTC dip, and all it will take is to gain that support again. Look at the RSI. Look at the RSI where we're at. Look at the accumulation. Look at the volume. Look at all we need is the volume, because look, if we just get some freaking steam here, look at where the RSI is, where we've had these massive pumps. It's in the same damn area right here. So just be ready, guys. This is great opportunities to be able to accumulate. But we are having short-term bearish price action. We are having some short-term bearish price action. Really? The BITO? Dude. Okay, we got some inside source here. The BITO just said that, bro, I live in Cancun, Mexico, and USA Army helicopters arrived at the airport. Yeah, dude, this stuff is getting weird. It is getting really weird. I mean, that is a flex. I don't know what other kind of flex that we can call this, but I mean, this is a mad flex from Russia being like, yo, we're pulling in real close. To be honest, I don't know like what's happening right now. I mean, I all I'm doing is connecting the dots, guys, that we have that happening. We have the Moscow stock market being like no more USD or euro trading. They have there's this BRICS alliance that's happening. We have, I mean, there's just some really, really squirrely stuff happening. So we just have to know that there's mass volatility in the markets right now because of it. We know that markets naturally are going to react to world news. And this is why, even if we are bullish for the long term, these short-term things that are happening right now are going to affect the markets. So it's like, sadly they do. I wish they didn't, because it's like, it's almost counterintuitive for me to think that people start to sell off into whatever they are selling off into. And it's like, why wouldn't you want to just keep it in the harder asset like Bitcoin? You know? Like, why would you turn bearish when there's like crazy things happening? It seems counterintuitive to me now, because I know how Bitcoin works. Wouldn't you want to hold your Bitcoin and not sell it and trade it off? Right? Or am I just crazy? Like, I don't get the sentiment of when crazy things are happening in the world, we sell off our investments. It's dumb. Like, oh, so then we can have our like shitty fiat while the world's burning. No, no, I don't know. I don't know, guys. Maybe I'm just like, I get it that people get scared and the markets react, and obviously people are shorting. And so it's not like they're all just selling, but like there's shorters in the market. There's people that know. There's people that know that these things are probably going to happen, called market manipulators. And in the way that, look, here's a funny story. Here's a funny story. You want to know how the Rothschilds became trillionaires basically overnight? Well, during the French or European War, Napoleon against Europe, Britain, and they had a scout come back, like an agent, and report that Napoleon won the war, which wasn't true. And so the market, their stock market, for the British, for the pound, whatever it was called at that time, British, yeah, sorry, yeah, British, yeah, just, so I'm not like a super history buff, I'm not gonna like get it 100%, but yeah, the British. So what ended up happening was this agent went in and told everyone that Napoleon won. It caused a wave of panic, and people sold off the pound or whatever it was called at the time, and it's crashed. And so what the Rothschilds did is they bought up all of that currency and all that stuff at the lowest price they could, and they turned like $1 million into like billions overnight. And then they bought the crash. And then when it actually broke that the British indeed won and Napoleon lost, then they were able to make billions, because then the market recovered. It was fake news. And that is how they were able to gain so much power and wealth literally almost overnight. So I would wager to bet that there's a lot more than just people than obviously the Rothschilds that have figured this out and have been doing it for now hundreds of years. So it's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy that now you can say it's kind of been happening almost hundreds of years of just this manipulation like this. It's pretty crazy. All right, Crypto Beehive is saying, be prepared to be introduced to aliens, and Bitcoin is the money of Earth. We've said this. It might actually be. I don't know if you guys know, but there's like a sci-fi book called Endgame, and it's basically kind of how like there's this like crazy digital trade and mining and all kinds of all this space exploration with all these different ecosystems and trade things going on and stuff, but all interplanetary and all like AI based and just crazy stuff like that. And you think it's sci-fi, but really it could be even stranger than fiction, what is actually happening right now already behind closed doors, behind the veil, what we're allowed to see. You think in this reality where we have these glitches happening all the time, we have these reality glitches happening, matrix glitches is what we call them, that the powers that be, or maybe even just the laws of how this reality works, is that we're not gonna be shown the entire picture. And I think that is true in how a lot of these really, really famous artists like Leonardo da Vinci, and go down the list of, famous artists and creators, inventors that they have all these secret coded messages in their paintings, and it's a lot of the times really trying to tell you that look beyond the veil, look beyond what is in the image, and what can you see that lies in the essence and in the DNA of what these people are trying to tell you. Is that we're not being shown everything, but you have to search for it. You have to be somewhat of a seeker in this, and sometimes it seeks you. And the way that it seeks you is through people giving you synchronistic events in your life. And I know this has happened to you guys before, where you're like, man, that was the biggest coincidence. Oh my God. But then you go, no, it's not a coincidence. It is a synchronistic cosmic connection and epiphany when you understand that things are revealed to you through people, signs, numbers, all the things. So, all right, guys. So it looks like we are possibly getting a bounce. It looks like, according to this Bitstamp chart, that we might actually be getting a low liquidity wick bounce off of 66,200. So it's actually looking pretty sweet. I don't know. I mean, so NN is saying, Dano, from your experience, until when the market will be down? Are you asking how long will the market be down? Well, we analyzed, we told you where, how the RSI was looking on and with the MACD and all these things like that. Like if we want a full screen Bitcoin, look, if we're looking on the 4 hour and we're looking at we pulled out some previous levels that we saw could repeat. But what I don't like on the 4 hour here is that we do have some bearish divergence in terms of the stock RSI and the MACD. We don't have a lot of volume here. We have more sell pressure happening right now in the short term. Even though we could be, like, for instance, right now, this chart right now is looking like we're getting some wicks, maybe some scammy wicks to trick people to get into some longs. And then they just get wrecked, and we hit 65,900 because we don't have enough volume. We don't have enough momentum right now, possibly, to push us up to the upside here in the short term. Because look, I mean, we're getting some bearish divergence here, and not enough volume. So it is very, very highly possible that we go to 65.9. And we bounce from that level off that support, because that's really nice support. That is a great support level. 65.9 is actually a really, really nice support level, because then this is where we had really nice momentum of a head and shoulders pattern, because you can see right here, head, shoulder, head, shoulder. And that would be really nice to play off of that and bounce off of that support to go to the upside. I would really like that. Because look, if we did that, that would be a really, really nice head. I mean, the head is, these candles are interesting because you got one big green candle, one big red candle. Boop, boop. Dump, dump. Real big test up to 69, a big rejection right again. And then, so it's really hard to tell. Like, I mean, we could go like this and hit that wick, and then clear, make the head, trade sideways, and then pump up, and then test up to 73 to the all-time high. So, we just have to, I mean, now we're at the, so what sucks about world events is now we're at the mercy of some dumb thing happening. We're at the mercy of some dumb thing happening, even though we're on the trend. I see Crypto Beehive. Always remember, the trend is your friend till the end. Always rings true in crypto. Yes, we are still in an uptrend, guys. So if you're DCAing and you're just buying and holding, you have nothing to worry about. Then this short-term bearish price action doesn't mean crap to you, because you're like, I buy $100 a week. I don't care. You know, I buy whatever you set. By the way, you know, when I'm talking about crypto to my friends that I think they know what I'm talking about, sometimes I assume too much when it comes to stuff like this. And like I say DCA, and they're like, what is DCA? It's dollar cost averaging. So dollar cost averaging is just as simple as you don't care what the price is. The price could be up or down. It doesn't matter. You have picked your projects, whether it be 5 or 15. That's what you DCA into and what you want to hold. And so what that is you are setting a average average margin of what you have in your budget. Say you have like $500 left in the month that you can either blow on whatever you want. You can go out to eat 20 times in the month, or buy that new jacket you want to get, or whatever it is. I don't know. But say you got $500 left over after paying your bills, paying your high rent, paying whatever it is. Because most people, I mean, they're paying rent, they're paying cell phone, they're paying insurance, they might be paying a car payment, they're paying, I don't know, health insurance. I mean, go down the grocery bill. So when you got all that squared away and you got $500 left, and you know you have 500 by doing your budget, you don't have to wait till the end of the month, because the point of dollar cost averaging is that you're doing it every single week, or you can set it to do it a month. It all depends on what your strategy is. So you can say, I'm gonna take $100 every week, and I'm going to split it up in between my projects, and I'm gonna split that $100 and go 25 here, 25 here, 25 here, 25 here. And you just don't care what the price is. You don't care if it's at the top. You don't care if it's at the bottom or the mid. You just buy it, and you set and forget it. You can even go as far as setting up reoccurring buy orders, because you can do this on Coinbase. You could do this on most exchanges, where you do a setup reoccurring buy of a specific token, and it'll just do it for you. So then you can have it auto set, where you take all of the stress and all of the stuff out of the equation by just doing that. So I feel like that is the best way that I could explain dollar cost averaging. All right, so Ilyas Al-Rahim says, I have $500 and I don't know what the F to do with it. Please advise me. Shall I do daily trading or hold? All right, I can't advise you because I'm not a licensed financial advisor. I can tell you what I would do with I can see with my language, I can tell you what I would do if I'm going to play a hypothetical. Say I have $500 right now. Well, I think what I would do with $500 is I would say, okay, I haven't traded, I haven't tested out, maybe testing out an exchange. I don't know, maybe like BITFLEX or something. All right, I'm gonna go and open up BITFLEX and maybe see if I can even win a treasure giveaway, and then I even get a treasure while I'm testing out putting in a derivatives trade for $100. And so then you do that. And then you try and turn that $100 into $1,000, because it can be done. It can be done. And then you take that $400 and you say, okay, I'm going to go on DanielCurtisHughes.com and I'm going to do exactly what he just told me to go into the 5-minute. I'm talking to myself. It's me talking to a hypothetical Dano crypto in real life. Okay, so I go to the weekly, I go to the monthly, and I go, oh my gosh, okay, looks like this thing was really pumping. Okay, now I go to the daily. Oh, it's down 18%. Okay, so I start going through and I start looking at these projects. Okay, I look through the year. Okay, people like Solana. Okay, people seem to. Okay, what is this Caspa thing? Oh, Rose. Oh, Bitcoin. I mean, Bitcoin even on the year up 150. I would say if you don't have any Bitcoin, Dano Crypto, I'm talking to you, Dano Crypto. A little exposure in Bitcoin, a little Ethereum, learn it a little bit, and just start following the trends. Start following the trends. You don't have to make it too complicated. Don't have to make it too emotional. Yeah. I hope that helps, because I can't tell you what to buy. I can't tell you what to buy. Right. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. How many peeps we got watching? Shouldn't have to verify that it's me. What the hell is this? No. I already verified that it's me. All right, guys, if you can do me a favor and get this live stream to... I don't want to verify myself. What is this garbage? Hold on. What is this garbage? Hold on a second, guys. This is so lame. Hold on. Check. All right, guys. All right, we're going to go and just end the stream. Google's trying to get me verified. I don't know what's going on. But, yeah, I really do appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for tuning into the show today. And, yeah, I really appreciate all of you guys coming in recently. I've had some new people coming in, so shout out to all the new people. And make sure you guys are subscribed and all that stuff. And make sure you are... signing up with all of the links in the description. It helps directly support the channel. And yeah, I'll see you guys later today at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And happy trading.